What's up, space pirates? This is your Admiral, the ceaselessly scintillating Dr. Disaster. And is there anything more insufferable than watching a corporation try to show off how virtuous they are by aligning themselves with progressive shit-lib politics? If there is something more eye-rollingly cringy than that, then I don't know what it is. Happily, most of the corporations these days who used to post rainbow flags during Pride Month on their Twitter profiles have stopped doing that sort of shit. But Microsoft just can't let it go. As an example, look at this here. Xbox GamePass is now pushing transgender and non-binary games. They want so badly to push this lifestyle onto people, but regular people aren't interested in transforming.
Open your mind.
No. Mm-mm.
Open your mind.
Mm-mm. No.
Open your mind.
Hell no!
But one thing that warms my black heart is the idea that all of the virtue signaling and pandering isn't helping Microsoft one damn bit, and in fact, paying the exorbitant amount of money that they spent on Activision Blizzard, another company which has been every bit as pandering and pathetic as Microsoft. It hasn't helped them out like they thought it would.
Okay, Twinkle Toes. I want to know where my money is, and I want to know right now.
No, I don't have your money here.
Microsoft believed that bringing in this Goliath company under the Xbox umbrella would grow their business in a big way, but it actually sounds as though the acquisition has been plain old disappointing for Microsoft. And for a company like this one, which has been so keen to push progressivism onto gamers, well, I have one word in particular which springs to mind when I think of the disappointment that they're feeling right now.
Justice.
Alright, me hearties, make sure that you hit the like button on this video in order to drive away the evil algorithm monster, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and don't forget to follow me over on X, where my handle is Dr. Disaster 1. Anyways, let's jump right into this story about Activision Blizzard not being the major boon that Microsoft thought it would be when they spent $69 billion on the thing. It seems like that might have just been a shitload of money just set on fire at this point. This is especially humorous to me when I think about the story we discussed just a couple days ago, where Blizzard is scrambling, trying to find ways to allow Overwatch 2 to compete with Marvel rivals. This is a company that is under tremendous pressure to sell more products, and their stubborn insistence on not listening to the mostly male gaming audience has cost them big time. But let's read about the disappointments in the Activision acquisition in this article here from Insider Gaming. It says, Microsoft's purchase of Activision Blizzard hasn't helped it grow Xbox Game Pass or the gaming business in general. According to a new report from The Information, the growth from the acquisition has yet to hit what Microsoft was hoping for when it made the $69 billion purchase. The Information claims that Microsoft was hoping that the purchase would help convince more players to sign up to the service, as well as push more studios to releasing their games on the subscription-based platform. Instead, their sources say that several leading game studios have resisted Microsoft's pitch that they should put their titles on Game Pass in exchange for fees that Microsoft offers to pay to the gaming studios. And honestly, I can't say that I blame them. just about the only thing that Game Pass seems good for these days is being used as a blanket excuse for why games that are released on it aren't selling well. For example, when Avowed came out last month, all kinds of people kept on going on and on about how, oh, this is a day one Game Pass title, so you can't expect it to sell a whole bunch of units, can ya? Well, the actual successful studios out there are not going to be keen on taking fees from Microsoft when they know that they can hit the big numbers selling on their own. I'm sure it's a nice security blanket for studios that aren't as confident in their product, but otherwise, my guess is that just selling the product like normal is much more attractive. But reading on, the article says, Denny Fish, a portfolio manager who oversees funds including a reported $800 million of Microsoft stock, told the outlet Activision has been disappointing. Microsoft had targeted reaching 100 million subscribers by 2030. As of February 2024, there were 34 million subscribers, including those who became subscribers after Microsoft converted Xbox Live to Xbox Game Pass Core. Microsoft has failed to hit Game Pass growth targets in each of the last 2 years. That led to Game Pass's growth being dropped as a metric that the pay of Microsoft's CEO is based on. Meanwhile, the company raised its prices while introducing a new tier, Game Pass Standard, that took away day one releases from console subscribers unless they upgrade to Game Pass Ultimate. And what do you want to bet that the reason that we haven't heard about what the Game Pass numbers are these days, why they haven't updated us on what the current Game Pass subscriber count is? My guess is the reason is that they have lost subscribers, that their numbers are puny and pathetic. And here's a thought, and this is just me pulling something right off the top of my head here, but if they are disappointed in the way that people haven't been subscribing to Game Pass, then maybe, just maybe, Microsoft should spend less time worrying about shit like this here, and more time focusing on gaming. Separating games into categories based on the physical characteristics of who made them is fairly asinine. Most people roll their eyes at this sort of thing. I can't imagine that it actually does much to help the company. But here's the deal. I hear a goal like, we want to hit 100 million Game Pass subscribers by the end of the decade, and I think, well, that's ambitious, but okay, I get it. That's a good target. Hitting that number would be incredible for Microsoft, but the problem is that these studios today are too stuck in the immediate to give much thought to the long-term consequences of their decisions. They don't realize how damaging it is to their brand to continue to ally with an ideology which is, quite frankly, no longer the flavor of the month. And what's worse, the way that Microsoft is allowing their IPs to show up on other platforms seems likely to kill their Game Pass model. Seriously, we have heard rumors that games like Gears of War and Halo are going to be put on PlayStation in the near future. We've heard rumblings that new games from studios under the Xbox umbrella, like Fable for example, will be released on the PlayStation. They're already put on Steam on day one, and while this might be helping them in the here and now, especially since they have lost the console wars of this generation in a big way, but doing this is likely helping their bottom line right now. But you've got to think, if Microsoft keeps this up, they won't even have consoles any longer. And without consoles, it is very difficult to imagine that Game Pass subscriptions will pick up. If anything, I could see them decrease, because a lot of these people are folks who used to subscribe to Xbox Live. So yeah, this company is a mess right now. They need to start making bank in order to pay for those massive acquisitions, and they need to start thinking about the future, the long-term future, and this just isn't happening from the sound of things. But I'm going to leave it there. Drop your mockery of Microsoft into the comment section below, and we will talk there. Thanks for watching, me hearties. If you haven't already, your Admiral is inviting you to subscribe to the channel and become a part of the crew. Life as a space pirate may not be glamorous, but there's always plenty of booty.